Let's get into our Fyzical Balance Center Players of the Year. You know, at first we talked about Player of the Year, but there were so many. We have to say players. We kind of got a few different sports and a few different things represented here. But we'll start with a player out of Wilcox. Wilcox softball.
Easy.
Callie Larson. We talked about them already a little bit. Let's look at some of those highlights and see what we have. Callie Larson, your 2025 softball player of the year. And we saw this earlier with the 18 strikeouts. I mean, how could anybody compete with this when you're putting up these type of performances and winning in state? Yeah, you're probably
you can't get runs if you can't get runners on base. You just
right.
You can't. 18 strikeouts.
She was just in the zone that night.
Yes, she was. When you feeling it like that,
yeah.
And that's one of those things where you know you don't talk to them. You don't talk to an athlete when they're in there working on no hitter or whatever. It's like you leave them alone in the dugout.
Yep.
Whatever they're doing.
Whatever they tune to in their mind, leave them tuned to that frequency. Leave it alone. Yeah, buddy.
Now, is it correct that shout out?
Yeah, I was just gonna say shout out to Callie Larson for a great year.
Is it true that we have a video of DJ Elias? Is that correct?
No, we don't. No. But he is an honorable mention. The video that we have is for the player one for Callie Larson. But I wanted to get an honorable mention to DJ out of Tombstone.
Yeah,
for baseball, to me, he's the best baseball player in the area.
When we talk about playing every position, he did everything. Went to a state championship. Yeah, so. Great pitcher. He came in relief. He was a start. He played every pitching rotation. That team was stacked. It was so much fun to watch that Tombstone baseball team. Also the Buena team too.
Buena was good as well. I give it to DJ. He led his team to the state championship. I love it. They had to face a college level pitcher in that state championship game, but they still only lost by 2 runs, I believe. So close to a state championship. Led his team in batting average, batting .536, 600 on base percentage, 27 stolen bases, 45 hits, and pitched with a 73.73 ERA as the pitcher. So when you talk about all around, this guy was the best baseball player in Cochise County.
I'd also like to shout out Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown was also really good for Buena last year. Buena baseball also won the region as well too, so they deserve some credit too.
Salute to all y'all killing it on the diamond.
Absolutely. Cochise County, man.
Oh man, Cochise County was all over the place.
Hotbed for talent.
Bisbee was good. Benson was good. Wilcox was good. Tombstone obviously was good. And Buena was good. All baseball and softball. We'll get into the next player of the year, player of 2025. Let's get into some basketball. We're going to have, now this one was a tight, we had to put a vote for it. We ended up giving it to CJ Williams.
ALA.
I mean, the kid led the nation in scoring, so it's true.
Now watch
of course,
this.
He's going to be one of the top players around.
Well, I believe they're going to win the state championship this year. That team is absolutely stacked. So when you consider he did all this as a junior, we're watching some of his highlights there from this year.
But last year is what we're
last year when he averaged 40 points a game. Yeah. There were games I know I went to a couple where CJ scored 50 points.
Yep.
He maintained that high average throughout the season. And think about that. It's not just scoring and leading your conference or leading your state. This kid from our small corner of Arizona led the nation in scoring.
Yeah, that cannot be understated enough because that's, even if you led the state in scoring, would be huge. The nation is on a whole nother level. So shout out to CJ.
Honorable mention, though.
Honorable mention.
Oh my gosh, Jamin Booker was the 5A South Region Player of the Year, led his team to the region championship as the scoring leader. Dude, I watched him. You're his coach, but as an outside observer, as a guy that didn't know anybody from anybody, you can always tell Jamin from everybody else by the way he plays the game. And so he's offensively superior. He's a great ball handler. He reminds me of the point forward type, the guy that can shoot and slash and ball handle. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Jamin the jump
Obviously, I got a lot of love for Jamin. He was. I don't know if the best player I've ever coached, but he's one of, and definitely the most athletic player that I've ever coached. He just played the game so easily. It seems like he's not playing very hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, he led the team in scoring, but I think the bigger part of that is he led the team in scoring, and we never called plays for him. He scored off of his own just abilities to get it in transition.
He generated offense.
You know, if we did draw up any plays for him, it'd be hard to because he'd always shoot at weird angles and get to. You never know where he's going to end up being. So just most natural player,
smooth,
very very smooth and athletic. So shout out to Jamin Booker as well. But again, CJ, Jamin. There's also some other players around that probably would deserve some credit. I know
Thursby at Tombstone.
I have her name
Rachel
down.
Thursby
Rachel
was
Thursby.
excellent.
She led Tombstone to a region championship. Tombstone, they were really good.
Oh, they were so good.
She had 535 points just last year.
Yeah.
75 assists and 130 steals. She's one of those players, along with Kaylee Taylor at Benson, that reached the 1,000-point threshold her senior year. I got to give it up to Rachel Thursby, who had a phenomenal season last year as well.
All right, so
let's get into some football.
Yeah, this is our
right.
baby.
Football player of the year. This one was close too because there were so many great football players out there. But we decided and went with Dawson Judd.
This is it, baby. Look at this guy.
Over 2,500 yards passing.
I mean,
900 or something close to 1,000 yards.
He's the
rushing.
The top player at his position at 3 different positions, like
3 different categories.
Yeah, offense, defense, and special teams. And on special teams, he was also the holder. You know, like he did everything for this team. When it can't be understated. Not only passing, not only picking the ball off, not only solid tackling, not only punting, he did everything. Now, it was a really hard decision because his competition, man.
Cooper Krause.
Jaden Thomas would have been probably, if it would have been Cooper Krause and Jaden Thomas. For me, Jaden Thomas played offense and defense and special teams as well.
Right.
And then you've also got Lujan, and then you've got like all the
Cuevas
kids.
At Cuevas,
dude.
Yeah, the three-headed monster.
The kid at Bisbee, Fabian Hernandez. He didn't
have the numbers.
He didn't have those numbers, but you put him on a different team, you start thinking, man, like that would have been a lot of fun.
He's going to be a guy that plays at the next level.
He's definitely going to the next level. I
would say for honorable mention, if you do it. Honorable mention is, what'd you call her? DTV. If we're talking football, going to flag football. Destiny Toyota Villalobos, 23 sacks, 6 interceptions. This is just regular season. She was doing more in the postseason. Over 500 rushing yards. About 1,500 receiving yards and over 40 touchdowns.
Okay, so in that clip, we saw 3 touchdowns from her to come back in that playoff game. The game before that, she had 5 touchdowns in that game. That was also
that's the game we called. Yeah, we called it.
And she finishes it with a pick 6.
Yeah, we're talking the number 1 female athlete in.
She was like co-player of the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's
for the entire state.
Yeah.
And she's a sophomore. She's got a chance to come back and do this 2 more times, guys.
So in my head, like I see that, and you can't compete on that level with someone that. I mean, I'm thinking of all the other flag football girls, and I'm thinking Storm Ryan would be on that list if she was like. Normally, if you're not playing against Bo Jackson, like you know, you start
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Deion Sanders. She's literally the Deion Sanders of
flag football.
I think what heavily influenced our voting was, and I don't encourage guys to always be 2-way players, but if you are a 2 or 3-way player, to be one of the best at that, it definitely is going, because you're on the field more. You got more chances to gain yards or get a stop or score. And so, it definitely heavily, at least for me, it heavily influenced my vote.
Good point.
That's a hard decision because like you're like, well, is it 5A versus 5A, the best of the 5A, or is it 2A? That was hard to do.
It is hard.
That was hard.
It is. It's hard to, kind of weigh it evenly on who's truly greater. And I think you're right. When players play both sides of the ball or do multiple things, that gives them a little bit of a leg up, or at least as far as their greatness in the eyes of us viewers and those that are calling the games and watching the games. But Destiny and Dawson Judd are two of the best football players. If you could drop them off in Phoenix or take them somewhere else and they're going to play, they're going to be good any level, 5A, 6A, 1A, 2A, whatever. Yeah. So shout out to them. We do have one more player of the year and kind of get outside of the three major sports and go into wrestling.
Yes.
Brock Santa Maria.
Oh my gosh, great job by Brock. This is, I believe,
this was earlier this year against Douglas.
Okay, so
yeah, it's hard to, when it comes to wrestling and you're trying to find highlights, it's like hard to find that. But what you could look at is just win-loss record, and Brock just doesn't lose.
Right.
Even at Buena High School, out of all of our fantastic athletes, we've named some of them that play basketball, some on the football field. He actually won the Athlete of the Year for 2025 at Buena High School. So that kind of shows you where he is in the pecking order of athletes and accomplishments for their respective sports.
Think about it. Everybody else is playing a team sport. He's playing a sport where he's out there one-on-one against another person, and he just doesn't lose. And I can tell you from talking to people that are his teammates and other people that coach him, how hard this young man trains. I mean, he's probably in the gym right now while we're recording this. He's always training, always working, trying to hone his craft and continue to just be better than whoever he lines up against. So, yeah, definitely hats off to Brock for his performance.
Players of the Year. That's what we got.
Good job.
All right.
So this week's Player of the Year of 2025 was brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center. And Fyzical Balance Center is much more than your typical therapy clinic. At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, they focus on improving your quality of life by using a holistic, whole-body approach to connect your diagnosis with a customized plan of care. Opened by Dr. Tap Duong of Tap Into Wellness. Love your life with Dr. Tap at Physical Balance Center in Sierra Vista.